It's not hitting it. Something ain't right. I'm telling you guys, something's right.
Open up, you open up.
Welcome back to another video. It's your girl, Amaya J. And as you can tell from the title, this video isn't really an uplifting and happy one. It's more of a sad and depressing one. So today I'm going to be telling you guys about why people are leaving GSW and why I may possibly end up leaving next fall. So let's get right into it. I attend Georgia Southwestern State University in Americus, Georgia, and it is a PWI. And if you do not know what that means, that basically means it's a primarily white institution where it's like primarily white people. But there are a good amount of African Americans that attend the school, as well as other races. These are just a few reasons why people leave the school. I'm gonna tell you the reasons that other people leave versus some of the reasons that I'm going to leave, so you can get like a good idea as to what's going on here. So the first thing is someone told me that it's just not where they wanted to graduate from, because here the teachers that they've taken or the professors that they've had tested over and over and over again, and each test counts 85% of their grades, but they've received longer assignments that only counts as 5% of their grades. So maybe the way the grading percentages kind of balance out is a reason that students are not doing as well in their classes as they want. Because I know this person personally, and she studies and she tries her best, and you can try as hard as you can, but the way that the professors handle their assignments and their tests could like totally knock you off your game, because that just does not help you the way that they have things set up. So that's a big issue for some students here as well. Also, that people learn differently. People understand things differently. So one issue is that professors stick to one teaching style. They don't try to teach to incorporate visual, audio, and hands-on different type of learning styles. So the professors here don't try to help other people, help the students in that way. But it is up to the students to message the teacher or the professor about any issues that they're having, which many of the students here do. And sometimes that just does not help at all. So, that's the issue of why people kind of do not like this school for that. I know people who work on campus, and they have told me that the way that the jobs are organized, or the ladder of authority, is very unorganized, and it's very hard to kind of really work under certain conditions when things aren't done properly. And that's also another reason why people kind of do not like being here. The food, I really don't even want to comment on the food. It has its days. Some days it's good, but for the majority, it's not hitting it. Something ain't right. I'm telling you guys, something's right. It's not that it's just, I don't know. It might just be the company that they're getting the food from. It could be the cooks. I don't know, but I don't know. It's the food could be a lot better. There's really nothing to really do on campus. Of course, they have the court out, which lists events that are happening in Americas as well as any events that are happening on campus. But there are events that people are really interested in. So most of the time people see those, they don't really attend them because it's not really something that interests them. So they do need to have more events that are for the people that, like, for the actual student. The comfort level. As a black student at a PWI, it is often like something that you have to kind of like get used to, because not everyone that you're gonna meet are like really the kindest people. There are instances where you meet people who are slightly against blacks or slightly has something against blacks, but they're not gonna just act on it, but you can tell by the way they kind of like carry themselves around you. And I know that the college isn't responsible for the way like the students act, but the students here are rude. You can hold the door for somebody and they'll just go by the day like, if I hold the door for you, please say thank you or something. You know, I hate that. And when you're walking on the sidewalk, I don't know what it is with white people. And it's not all white people, because some of them are really cool, some of them are real cool, but they expect you to move out the way first. I'm like, listen here, we can play chicken if you want to, because I'm not moving. And I don't move. So, you know, it is what it is. You can move. If you don't, I'm still gonna get by one way or another. And the sororities and the fraternities. Of course, it's PWI, so most of the sororities and fraternities are going to be predominantly white or Caucasian. There is one sorority that's historically black, and it is the AKAs. However, there is a Caucasian member. Not that there's anything against it, but you know, it is kind of predominantly black. So you know. And the fraternities are predominantly Caucasian, but there are blacks or African Americans who are parts of those fraternities. I will leave a link, not a link, but I will leave a list of a few of those frats and sororities on the corner. And now I'm going to get into my suggestions or my reasons for wanting to leave the school. Recently, the school came up with a policy that there's a check-in and check-out policy. So, to check out, you have to meet with your RL. We call the residential leaders RL, but most schools probably call them RA, residential assistants, all that stuff. So we have to set up a time and a day that we plan on leaving. So they let everyone know this, even the RLs. They only let these people know last minute. We go on break on the 13th, and they let us know this 6th. I'm thinking. So for one, that's the time notice for that. Like, why would you wait so late or so close to the day that everyone starts to like leave for break? It's ridiculous. And they let us know this, you know. So we get out after exams are over. We have exam week, and then, you know, Friday's the day that you can leave if you don't have class or whatever, or an exam. I don't have classes on Fridays or anything, so I usually leave on Thursdays. But like I said, they let you know too early, and if you do not set a leave time, you will owe a fine of, I think, $170 something. I think it's $175. If you do not set a time and you leave, that counts as an improper checkout, and you owe a fine of $175. Now, if you set a time and you don't leave on that time, you owe a fee as well. I'm thinking I think that's what they said. But it's crazy because you're taking a lot of our money with tuition and other things, and yet you still charge us for simple things such as leaving campus to go home. Like, and over the break, the doors will not be accessible unless you emailed or contacted someone in charge of housing or someone in that area. The dorms will not be open. Your cards to get into dorms will not work. They will be deactivated. So you have to contact someone. And to come back, you cannot come back before 3 days before class starts. If you do, you are a fine. And you will not be able to get in. So yeah, it's a petition going around about that because you never know people's situations. So it's really crazy that the dorms will not be accessible. So yeah, that's one reason why I'm like, okay, they're charging fees for trying to go home or for trying to come back. Okay. Another thing that was frustrating for me was when in August, back when we first started into the school, I know financial aid is usually a problem. Like with freshmen, it's coming, but to the extent that I was having issues, it was quite stressful. I feel like financial aid could have been handled differently. So there are some issues with that. Personally, my professors were not problematic. They were pretty good professors. They were there when I needed to talk about my work or needed to get something done or some extra teaching or something done on a lesson. I could easily contact them or visit them on our office hours if I needed to. However, there was one class that I purchased the book and the professor told me to purchase this book. You will need it. I did not need that book the entire semester. I did not open that book. I opened that book in August one time and didn't even read the whole thing that I was supposed to read. Didn't, because I didn't really need the book because he gave us the notes in class. But if you know you're gonna miss days, then you could possibly use the book to learn. But for the most part, I didn't touch that book. I did not. So that was a waste of $85. That could have been in my pocket, y'all. It could have been in my pocket. And another thing, and this may be the final thing, is that when they're trying to reach out for people to join the school, they tell you certain things that sounds nice, but once you get here, it's the total opposite. Yeah, it's the total opposite. But I do not want to leave the school because I mean I love the school. Like, it's just that things are not up to par and it's not how they stated that it was going to be. It's like they lied to get you to come here, and I do not like that. My freshman class, we came with close to 400 students, and I can name 10 plus people off the back of my hand who have left already or who are leaving after spring. Just today someone told me that they were leaving. This, like, after the break, they're not coming back spring semester. So it's very frustrating because when you meet people and then they leave, and then the school really needs to do better. It needs to be more organized. And I admit at times I've had fun, but they really could do better, honestly. The last thing I was going to tell you guys about my other options if I decide to leave here next fall. I'm thinking about going to Albany State or Rams or Columbus State. So I'm kind of still thinking, but I do not want to leave this school because they do offer me a scholarship. It's $1,000 every year that I'm here, which is $4,000 that I don't really have to pay because scholarship. So, that's money that I don't have to pay. So, do I want to stick around for the next 4 years? Well, 3 years? Do I? You guys let me know what you think my options should be. Should I stay here because of the money, or should I risk it and go to another school that I may be happier at? So, my social media accounts are somewhere on one of these sides. Follow me, talk to me if y'all need to talk to me. I'm open, hit me up, please. Like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.